Hey lottery fans, today I'm going to show you how to do a very simple pick 3 rundown. I have a lot of people at Lottery Predictor ask me how to do a pick 3 rundown, and this is one of the simplest rundowns that you can actually do. It will work for any state. As long as you have a pick 3 lottery, you can do this rundown and you can figure out what numbers you want to play for your next lottery drawing. So there's three very simple steps. The first thing you've got to do is figure out what day you're going to play for. So we're going to play for tomorrow's lottery draw, and we're going to play for the Michigan midday. Today is the 9th of January, so we're going to play for the 10th of January 2019, and we're going to play in the Michigan midday. What you need to do then is go ahead and find out what the last 3 results were in your lottery. So for the Michigan midday, the last 3 results were, yesterday we had 075, 2 days ago we had 536, and then 3 days ago we had 364. So those are the last 3 drawing results for the Michigan midday. Once we have those past results, now we can move on to the grids. And this is really the main part of this rundown, is filling out these grids, and that's where you'll start to generate your numbers for your next lottery drawing. And it's a very simple process to fill these out. You start with the base grid, and the base grid is where you'll actually start to go ahead and get your translated grid. But all you do is you take these last 3 lottery results and you fill them in top down onto your base grid. So we'll take the first lottery result from yesterday and we'll fill it in on the top line here. So we'll take one number and fill it into each box. So we'll take 0, 7, and 5 and fill it in there, because our results were 075, and put it 075 in there. Next results were 536 for the next day, so we're going to fill that in on the middle line here, one in each box again. 5, 3, 6, and then our results from 2 days ago was 364. We can fill that in on the bottom line here, 3, 6, 4. Simple as that. Nothing really to it. So now you have your base grid. Now you can take this base grid and you can figure out what numbers go into your translated grid. And to do this, there's a couple of different methods that you can use. You can either use mirrored numbers or you can use flip numbers. Today we're going to use the flip numbers. I can show you mirrored numbers another time, but it's very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take every single number in each of these boxes, figure out what the flip number is for it, and put it in the corresponding box on the translated grid. So we'll start with the top left here. So the top left base number is 0. So we look at our flip numbers grid down here. Our flip number of 0 is 3. So on the bottom here I've got all of our numbers listed at the top and what their flip numbers are on the bottom here. So if I look at 0, I look at the number underneath 0, it's a 3. So all I do is take in the top left here and fill in 3 there. Then I take the next number, top middle, I find it here, what my flip number is, it's a 0. So the flip number of 7 is 0. So I fill that in on the corresponding box over here. And then on the top right, same again. The number is 5, the flip number is 8, and I fill it in here. Very simple pattern, and you just keep going through until your grid is completely filled up. So we do it again on the middle line. We look at 5, the flip number of 5 is 8, so we'll fill in 8 here. We look at 3, the flip number of 3 is 6, so we can fill in a 6 here. And then on the far right here we've got 6. We look at the grid, the flip number of 6 is 9, so we're going to fill in a 9 here. And then lastly on the bottom row, same process again. 3, the flip number of 3 is 6, so we fill in 6 here. The 6 is a 9, and the 4 is a 7. Simple as that. So now you have your base grid filled out and you have your translated grid filled out based on your flip numbers. Now what you can do is you can start taking the patterns from these grid and look at the numbers that you want to play for your next day. So I take numbers from my base grid and I take numbers from my translated grid and I play those on the next day. And I typically play about 6 numbers out of this particular rundown. And what I'll do is I'll look for the same pattern in each grid. So I'll take the base grid and I'll take a top left to bottom right pattern here. And then I'll take a top right to bottom left pattern here. And then a top middle to bottom middle here. So I'll play that pattern. Same again on the translated grid, I'll actually play exactly the same pattern. Top left to bottom right, top right to bottom left, and center to center bottom. Simple as that. And then I just take those numbers and I fill them in here, and those are numbers I get. So I've got a top left to bottom right is 034. So I'll play a 034. I've got a 533, so I'll play a 533, and I'll play a 736 because that's what my center is. 736, and then That's my numbers from the base grid. I'll take the same again from the translated grid. So I've got a 3, 6, 4 in my pattern. 3, 6, 4. And I've got an 8, 6, 6. So I'll play an 8, 6, 6. And then in my center I've got a 0, 6, 9. And it's as simple as that. Now I have 6 numbers so I can play tomorrow, and hopefully they'll come out well. If you want to have a copy of this rundown sheet, send me an email to webmaster@lotterypredictor.com. Happy to send it out free to you. It's a simple PDF. Just print them out and you can start filling these in yourself. And if you try this rundown and it works for you and you're hitting and you make some money off it and you're winning some lotteries, just let me know. Drop me an email. I love to hear success stories. Take care, good luck, and I hope to see you on the next video.